a wee pad in a restaurant? What is that?
So this woman is at a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, and in front of her, if you've ever owned a puppy, if you've ever had a doggo, you know what that pad looks like. And there is a wee pad on the floor of the restaurant. Okay? Make it make sense. Crazy. Like, what is even happening? And I promise you, when this came across my feed, I went, okay, no biggie. Gordon's going to be pissed about it. We can move on. Was Lay Gordon upset about it? Oh, you just wait. Now, before we get to his answer and response, here is Giselle, I think is her name, explaining the situation.
Restaurant in London. I want to tell you guys, never come eat here.
Oh, hold on. Super chat from Rise again says, if you've ever owned a pet or been to a dungeon, you know what? True.
Gordon Ramsay pizza restaurant in London. I want to tell you guys, never come eat here. I'm sitting at this restaurant enjoying a beautiful evening with my husband and my newborn baby, and I look up and I see some woman with her dog on a wee pad taking a piss in a shit.
Oof.
I tell the patron, the lady who's working, the waitress, whatever, about this. She doesn't do anything about it. The manager was there the entire time. He said nothing. I still paid the bill. But I'm telling you now, do not come to this restaurant. They allow dogs to shit and piss where you are eating. Beyond disgusting for a Gordon Ramsay London restaurant where he's from. It's disgusting.
Absolutely fucking disgusting. Shook. Are you ready for his response? Okay.
Ramsay has uploaded a video in which he is making fun of and mocking the situation that happened at his London restaurant on Friday.
Hey, Gemini, can this dog come to Street Pizza tomorrow night, please, for supper? Bruno? Tilly, what do you think?
Okay, so Gordon, wow, with 40 million followers on TikTok, Gordon posted a video of a dog in a diaper saying, you want to eat at my restaurant, right? And laughing, and then he quickly deleted it. So there it is.
To stitch my TikTok video with a video with a dog laughing about it is beyond appalling.
I can't believe it.
I will never go to another.
I can't believe it. Like, I'm literally shocked that was his response. I watch MasterChef all the time. I watch Gordon all the time. Gordon's mad about everything. Gordon's mad about dust on the table. And also we're not mad about a dog pissing in a kitchen or pissing in a restaurant.
Other Gordon Ramsay restaurant as long as I live. And I will not recommend it to anybody else either. I want to again reiterate that their restaurant states that dogs are only allowed outside. I was sitting with my newborn baby inside the restaurant. So why was I seated next to a dog and a wee pad? I don't want to sit next to a wee pad. I don't want to sit next to a wee pad when I'm having a dinner. And I most definitely don't want to sit next to a wee pad when I'm with my newborn son while having dinner.
Read that it was dog friendly dining room. And
so old clip
dogs,
of Gordon.
Don't want a dog in where I'm eating.
I agree. I think that's disgusting.
So Gordon has been infamously on brand for everyone expecting his reaction to be upsetness, and the fact that he isn't is insane. And so, of course, chat goes, do you think race plays into this? Oh, that is exactly what's happening. A lot of people over the years have felt that there is sort of an elitist, race-based exclusion, like, attitude, right? Like, happening in this sphere. And I think this plays into it where, like, it's not saying Gordon is racist. It's saying that Gordon might, like a lot of white people, fail to understand the racist implications of allowing a white couple with a dog to piss in front of and ignore the complaints of a black woman, given the social context. And also, you're basically choosing the dog's comfortability over the humans. And it's like, not that, you know, again, we're plant-based here, we're vegan here. A lot of us are very much not about humans being the center of the universe. But it's to say that, why is there shit and doo-doo and pee-pee happening in front of me while I eat my pasta? You know what I mean? It's like, why are we doing this? Okay. Now, check this out. This just came out 6 days ago. Okay.
Welcome to Bread Street Kitchen at 22 Bishopsgate. But it's not just any Bread Street Kitchen, it's 2.0 because it's celebrating our 100th restaurant opening. Morning, ladies, gentlemen, good morning. This is delicious pea puree, triple fried dishes like that.
Okay, so he does this, Look at the comments. The comments are honestly hilarious. I heard it's kind of shitty inside. After Gordon Ramsay's response, I can never see his restaurants as luxury, clean, sanitary, upscale ever again in my life. This, the dog park restaurant. My husband has sore legs, so doesn't want to walk all the way to the toilet. Can you use a puppy pad in the middle of the restaurant? He has a good aim and a steady stream. Are cats with litter boxes allowed too? No, thank you, bro. My wife and I enjoyed our time at your restaurant with our emotional support cat. Brother, the internet is so funny. Can't wait to bring my 2 dogs with me and their potty pads as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know, I do appreciate the way everyone is backing this woman up and supporting her because I think she deserves it. I think she tried to explain it. She handled it well. I know some people are like, why are you dragging this out? Habibi, it's been a week. Relax. This is insane. You know what I mean? Like, I've been to so many places in my life where dogs are welcomed and it's been perfectly fine, usually outside, and there's been no problem. But the fact that they put down a pad is what's crazy. Why would you put the pad down? Because like usually your dog can also be like trained to think the pad is down. I can go on it. It's a safe space. So you're basically like triggering your dog to go potty. Instead of, oh, my dog has to go potty, let me run outside really fast. You're putting it down so the dog reads this space as I can go potty now. So it's just like a really weird decision to make. Guys, the way I get triggered just seeing this fucking pad, because when Nimbus was a baby, we had to use these pads to train him to go potty. And it was genuinely like, they're so triggering to me because I'm just like, that's all I see is poop and pee. So the fact that they're in this restaurant, the fact that they're like, I am so disturbed by this video. It's incredible. And I say this to somebody who like, I love animals. I think animals exist. You know, we should all exist together. And I am also one of those girlies that gets really disturbed that you let your cats on your counters. Like, people purposely put their dogs and cats on kitchen counters, like with peace and love. This is why you can't eat at people's houses. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, people, like, I don't understand how you guys so casually let animals who step outside, who step in their own litter boxes, who step in where they poop and pee. Like, why would you let them just so casually? Like, and look, we watch Paws. We understand you can't help it. We understand there's like, you know, only so much we can do when we bring animals into our homes. And also, why the kitchen counter? You know, like, I understand you're probably thinking, well, if you let your dog outside, why do you let him on the couch? I understand. We all make concessions. But on the kitchen counter where there's going to be food, it's going to be in my mouth. You know, I also don't put anything in my mouth until we've showered, if you know what I mean. Okay, because I know all of you people don't think about the fact that not everything is as hygienic as you think it is before you put it in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You should wash before you put anything in your mouth. Okay? Kind of related, I saw a great leek recipe. I love leek. And I noticed, and the comments noticed that they just chopped the leek and put it in the pan and didn't wash it. And we were like, hey, what about all the like dirt and manure in the leek? And they were like, oh, a little dirt never hurt anyone. Girl, I eat leek all the time. I have to scrub. Like, you have to clean all of the dirt out of the leek. There's so much mud in leek. And I'm like, you don't wash your leek? Look, everyone is different. But this story shook me. Now, a lot of people feel she is like, quote, you know, really stretching it. But is she? Is she stretching it? Is she stretching it?
The Gordon Ramsay team violated their own policy. If you go to GordonRamsayRestaurants.com, you will see that it says any size dogs are allowed at the Battersea restaurant in London. But what you will also see is that it says outdoors only. This is their policy on their...
So So why, if that's your policy, do you ignore it when she complains? And then that's why people say you're racist. Because why would you go against your own policy if she was in her right to complain? And she paid the bill, because that, honestly, that is a credit to her character. I know a lot of people are like, why'd you pay the bill? Because it's a credit to her character. It's a credit to her character. And once again, I say it to you, it's a credit to her character. And if she hadn't paid that bill, all the racists would have said, black people, once again, not paying their bill, because it's a horrible racist stereotype that exists. Whether you like it or not, she is a black woman who exists in a white supremacist world, and she has to contend every day with fighting against negative stereotypes created by white supremacy. So whether you like it or not, she has to pay her bills, and it is a reflection of her character, and she has to do it because of racist stereotypes. And then people, you know, again, oh, you're stretching this, like that. No, do not let it go. This is bullshit.
Website. And in that video, you can clearly see that the dog was inside of the restaurant. At no time did management ask the patron to leave. At no time did I see management or any member of the team sanitize or clean that area where the wee-wee pad was. That it clearly,
even her saying wee-wee. Poo-poo and wee-wee and pee-pee should not be in my vocabulary while I'm eating.
Clearly states that dogs are only allowed outside. So they violated their own policy. I want to end this video by saying we did not ask for a discount. We did ask to have the service charge of 15% removed from our bill,
Sure.
to which they did after some back and forth.
Okay.
Nobody at any time apologized for our experience. I have not heard from Gordon Ramsay or his team. While I was there, nobody cleaned or sanitized the area. At no time did I see anybody address the dog owner, or did I see any repercussions for the events that took place. The Gordon Ramsay.
Okay, so then look at this.
Having TMZ run a factually incorrect story on me was not on my 2026 bingo card.
Rude.
But here we are. Let's talk about it. There were so many falsehoods in this, it's not even quality journalism. 2 women walked in with their dogs in a bassinet baby stroller. The dog was licking the table. From the moment they walked in, it had not been 5 minutes before she put the wee-wee pad on the floor and started to encourage the dog to relieve himself.
Insane.
From my
Insane.
seat, where I said, hey, what's going on? This is unsanitary. She kept comparing her puppy to my newborn baby.
Uh-oh.
She said repeatedly, your baby shits and pisses all the time whenever it wants. What's the difference between my puppy, my dog?
I am dead. I'm dead.
Kept comparing her puppy to my newborn baby. Per TMZ, we demanded to move tables. We removed, and that was it. That never happened. We never demanded to move tables. We demanded that service and the manager address the patron. The manager told me, and I quote,
That's what we can do. We cannot control animals.
that's awful. So you
And that's why we have the receipts. That's the other reason. Because how many people, like, thank goodness there's receipts, and allegedly multiple people recorded. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, hello, there is a literal difference between a baby going in their diaper, in which you can go change it, and a dog shitting right in fucking front of you. Come on now.
want us to pay the full bill. We're not. You're going to.
Oh, hold on, ma'am. I need to see that full bill.
That's what we can do. We cannot control animals.
That's awful. So you want us to pay the full bill.
$72 remaining. Okay, so they took off the service fee, which I think looks like a $10.
We're not. You're going to remove the service charge. We cannot control the animals, ma'am. And then he gave me a bill, the full bill, with the 15% service charge added on. To which I said,
What
I am not
service?
paying the service
Exactly,
charge.
what
Manager
service?
did not care. We paid the full bill. There was no discount given to us, nor did we ask for a discount. We paid the entire bill. Nobody at any time apologized for our experience. Nobody cleaned or sanitized the area in which the wee-wee pad was in while we were there. When you go to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, at minimum, you expect basic customer care, basic hygiene. Those are the 2 things you expect at minimum. My feeling is none of that was there that night. TMZ at no point has reached out to me. I've had multiple media outlets reach out to me to speak to me. TMZ has not reached out to me. They at no time
TMZ is so drama. It's like a drama. It's like they try to be serious journalism, but you're so drama.
Requested my side of the story. There's some magic eyewitness that was there and who saw everything, which none of that happened based on their account. TMZ, you keep calling me the woman. It's Giselle Cadet.
Okay, Giselle.
Gizzellecade. Get it right.
Love her. Honestly, fucking, I'm such a fan.
Yes, they did charge us. They charged
I
us
said, why would you pay the bill?
the full 15% service charge. That's kind of like where I drew the line, where I was just like, okay, this is too much. Like, the service charge was a bit much, and at that point you're laughing at me. So he did, after fighting with him and going back and forth, remove the service charge, but we did end up paying for the bill at full 100%. Schmidt was there, management did nothing. I didn't even know who the manager was until the end when I was getting ready to leave. The entire time he was looking, I thought he was a normal employee just working there. Come to find out, this was the manager. This is unacceptable. It's not acceptable in London. It's not acceptable anywhere in the world. It's robbery. Gordon Ramsay is known for running his restaurants and his kitchens a certain way. And that was not there that night. If it can pee, it's not for me.
Okay, this type of stuff, these types of interactions shake me to my core. Gordon Ramsay has been in the media for decades. He is media trained. He is PR trained. He should know better. He also has given an image and a reputation of being the guy who cares about quality. The fact that this was the easiest fix, the fact that this could have been the greatest thing, the fact that this genuinely, Gordon Ramsay has always been like, his brand is mean. You're correct, Chad. I see you. Like, actually, it's not just Gordon, though. A little behind the curtain info. Kitchens are notoriously abusive. It's not just Gordon. It's not unique to Gordon. Fun fact, the food industry is ruthless. So so you know, he is not unique in that. Okay. And I will say that this incident was so easy to fix, and the facts that he couldn't do it made me think, obviously less of him generally, but I mean, just such another reassurance of social media is just like never what it seems, or media is never what it seems, or people aren't embodying their values. Because if he had an embodiment of this value, he would have been like, oh my God, thank you for bringing it to our awareness. We're not only going to comp the meal, we're also going to give you another visit to our restaurant in the US where you live or wherever you live. Thank you for visiting. I'm so sorry this happened. I will speak to my management. It was such an easy fucking fix. The easiest fix. And that's why I say the world is what it is. Like, the world cannot be this way unless we are this way. And I don't mean permanently. I don't mean like forever. I just mean right now for who we are. Like, how easy was this? And okay, hear me when I say this. You know what's crazy? To bring it back to what's been happening in our little community here on the internet, look how YouTubers have been responding to the criticisms, and look how well some of them have taken it and how unwell some of them have taken it. Same thing. Gordon, how are we doing better in our little bubbles than you are doing with all of your team, all of your PR, all of your time on television? Because ultimately, his ego was 100% at play here. Very gross. And now the added layer that she is a Black woman and most likely an American, it sounds like a US citizen, it sounds like, in London, having this experience plays on a stereotype of Black American women in foreign countries. I watch a lot of Black travel girls. Like, they talk about being Black and traveling, and they get treated differently. Like, some places are better for them, some places aren't. But the fact is, anti-Blackness is a global phenomenon. That's why I've been educating myself on this, and that's why I've been trying to tell you guys, like, I cannot explain to you how much anti-Blackness is a global. I mean, obviously the Black people in my audience know, but for the people who don't know, it is not just like, oh my gosh, Black people are always complaining. I'm telling you right now, they're having a global experience that it feels like no matter where they exist, even in a place that's primarily Black, it can feel like so much internalized anti-Blackness, colorism, some level of like colonization has like seeped into every part of the globe. And so I want people to be very compassionate to the fact that this is at play, even subconsciously. And I guarantee you that in this moment, in this situation, the wait staff, I'm assuming, internalized or not internalized, had racist thoughts and thought, here's another black woman from the US complaining. Okay. Now, I will say for context, I assume she was there that night with her husband, who apparently is white. But even that did not save her. Because having a white husband will not save you when white supremacy wants to single you out. Okay? Okay. I'll mute it for, okay, this is her husband. Okay. So, again, like, congratulations on having a baby. I'm glad you guys are here. Oh, let's see his accent. Let's see if he's from the US.
New Super Mario Galaxy movie, and
he's a nerd.
in commemoration of the new Super Mario Galaxy movie, and those Italians coming over. It's me, Lord Bender, and we're making it.
Is this him? Is this her husband? Right? I think this is. So they're like a cute, nerdy couple, right? They're a cute, nerdy couple from the US traveling to London, thinking they're going to have a great experience. Okay. And see how it doesn't save you? Even being married, you know what I'm saying? So when we have these conversations, just know, like, people aren't just complaining. Like, we're not just like, you know, making a stink out of nothing. This was such a solvable fix. Gordon Ramsay could have just made this the greatest PR he could have ever had. You know, listen to me when I say this. There are two communities you always want on your side: gay people and black people. Gay communities and black communities, because they are optimistic, successful, loving, loyal. They are the biggest cheerleaders you'll ever have. They are the backbone of civilization. Okay. They will literally always think the best of you. If you don't, they are the best people to have in your corner. And when you take the best people to have in your corner and you throw them under the bus, they're the real ones. And so Gordon had this chance. Gordon, listen, there is a stereotype of people not wanting black communities in restaurants. This is some deep lore right here. And it's because under white supremacy, luxury and whiteness is silence. In black communities and gay communities, joy is loud. This is why in my 20s, I spent as much time as I could in gay restaurants, because joy was loud. This is why I love seeing, like, if I'm at a place, I love when a group of black or gay people show up, because I'm like, oh, everything's about to be so joyful. Everything's about to be so, the way I was raised, loud, because I was raised loud. My best friend who's white, that's our contrast as a friend dynamic, is I come from a loud Assyrian family where joy is loud, laughter is loud. You just, like, you take over a restaurant, you take over a space because you're joining in. It's very Arab, it's very Assyrian. You join in the loudness. And then my bestie was always just like, and I was like, be loud, be loving. As long as you're not being rude, as long as you're not being hateful, as long as you're not being, but if you are loud, you know, it's like when you got that person in the crowd that just has, like, that beautiful laugh that makes you want to laugh. Okay. That attitude and that joy, that is what you want. But under white supremacy, under rich bubbles, you want silence and complicity. So Gordon, in this moment, whether he knows it or not, subconsciously is sending the message to the people in his communities that he wants a version of elegance that is less joyful and more white supremacy, silence and being complicit, which is ironic since, you know, this kind of the contrast to, like, the Anthony Bourdains, but even Gordon has tried to go to different countries and, like, mix with the people. Gordon is really struggling here to not make himself the main character. You know?
It's fucking delicious. This is our 100th restaurant. I still feel like it's our first. Advice to any hopeful looking to open their first: cook locally and keep it seasonal. Stop worrying about the sort of constant change of a menu. Just get consistent with what you're doing. Stay within that vicinity. Do that, you become the local hotspot, then that reputation grows. Other parts of London.
Okay, so, like, there's, like, this attitude, this idea, right? That's why I like home. That's okay, listen. Maybe somebody will say, oh, Brittany, that's just because you don't have money or something. But I will never pass up a mom and pop restaurant for a fancy restaurant if I love the people and I love the food they're making. And I will never believe, you'll never convince me a $1,200 dinner is better than a taco cart made by somebody who knows how to make fucking tacos. Like, I will just never be convinced. Like, I watch these Michelin star videos all the time, and a lot of the Michelin star restaurants can be mom and pop shops, for the record, but a lot of the fancier ones that are like $1,500 for this, I'm sure the food is delicious and I'm sure it's an experience, but also like relax. Okay. You're doing too much. You ever get that feeling like you're doing too much? I like something to feel homey and warm and real. And I also grew up that way, which, by the way, goes back to this idea of your lifestyle, this community lifestyle. It is about that feeling. It's about the feeling of not feeling judged coming to the party, you know, not wearing the best clothes, or coming to the party not knowing how to eat the best foods, or coming to the party like, I want you to feel like you are welcome and we will teach you. And that feeling you cannot buy with money. It's a community feeling. And Gordon Ramsay has proved he is not a community person. He's an elitist. And honestly, girl, I am never going to eat at one of his restaurants either. This, you know, not that I ever had a plan to, but if I was open to it, now, I'm over it. I'm over it. You know, if I ever, you know what I mean? I'm good. So shout out to Giselle. We love her. We support her. I'll send her TikTok your way. So in case you want to follow her story and any follow-ups or updates to the story, I will link her. Okay. We support her. I agree with her. Fuck Gordon Ramsay. Fuck poopy peeping at the restaurant. Absolutely no way. No way, Jose. Gross. Okay. Wrong. Unethical. Unnecessary. Shout out to dogs. Shout out to restaurants that allow outdoor areas for puppies. We love doggos. I love a dog park. I love a dog restaurant. I love a space for animals, non-human animals. I just think there's a space and a time. There's a space for that to happen.